The ninth house. Ninth house is the house of beliefs, expansion, and your worldview. It also represents your travels, and that's long distance travels, your growth, and your moral compass. And so, in this video, this is the ninth video in the houses series. We're going to be breaking down the ninth house in your birth chart and how it plays in your life. So if you are new to the channel or to any of my content in social media land, my name is Kay Catrice. I am the Natal Chart Navigator, and I am an intuitive energy reader. And I help open-minded, ambitious women to understand who they are energetically so that they can live their best lives in every area of their life. And so the ninth house is our view of the world and where we actually fit into it, okay? It is the natural house of Sagittarius, and the ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. And so our beliefs, our ethics, our religions, our philosophies, our morals, all of that stuff is housed in the ninth house. Okay. And so this is where we expand our minds to gain greater perspective by traveling to new lands, exploring foreign cultures, and pursuing higher education. Okay. It also represents our search for truth and the meaning of life. Okay. And so the sign that is on the ninth house in your birth chart, along with any planets or luminaries in it, can help you understand why you see things the way you do, and to challenge your limited beliefs. Okay. Now, additionally, by keeping an eye on the planets that transit your ninth house, you can stay clued in for when there will be opportunities for growth and expansion. And I was just looking at someone's chart the other day, and I noticed that they had Capricorn on the ninth house. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, okay? And so Capricorn is Saturn is a very restrictive, energy. And Capricorn is a very restrictive energy, okay? Saturn is all about restriction and boundaries and karma, okay? And so somebody who has Capricorn on their ninth house is going to have a very restricted type of view. They're going to be very traditional in their views. They're going to be, somebody who they're going to have to test their views. Their views are going to have to really be, they're going to see real evidence of why they should have to change their views. And so I was looking at that chart, and I know this person personally, so I was like, man, that's why they think the way they think. Wow. Um, it never, and it's a bit of a challenge for me because I have Aries on the ninth house. Okay. And so Aries energy is a very forward thinker energy. It's fire energy. So it's all about, taking action. And so, it's just, two total opposite energies. Is just, yeah, it was, whew. All right. And so some themes of the ninth house: expansion, travel, higher learning, philosophy, religion, truth, and morals. And so after we discover who we are as far as intimate relationships in the eighth house, we now move into understanding who we are in a larger social and cosmological context. Okay, who we are as people, as a person in the landscape of this great big world. So in this house, this is where your perspectives on life are. It rules your personal beliefs, your philosophies, and your religion. And now ninth house is right across the street from the third house, okay? And so third house is communication, but it's also about your thought process as well, because Mercury rules your third house, okay? And so then you have ninth house, which is your personal beliefs. Well, a belief is just a thought that you've kept thinking. And so because you've kept thinking that thought, you're on the vibration of whatever it is that you're thinking about. And so you're attracting that to you. And so then that is what is really honing in your beliefs. Okay. So this is why, because across the street from, so opposite of Capricorn would be Cancer, okay, in your third house, okay. And so, you know, Cancer is a very nurturing energy. It is ruled by the moon, okay. The moon is all about our emotions, okay. And so you may be thinking, if you're thinking negative things about yourself, then that's going to, turn into beliefs. Capricorn, having Capricorn in the ninth house, it's gonna be hard for you to change those beliefs because of what your thoughts. So you have to really focus on your thoughts. What are you truly thinking so that you can change your beliefs? And I know that's kind of not like that's like I'm just trying to show you the polarity because the ninth and the third house are opposite, okay? And that's the learning axis, okay? Um and so oh, excuse me. So the third house, like I was saying, is more about the knowing, right? Communication and knowing. Ninth house is all about the understanding of, the knowing, okay? And so this is where the knowledge turns into wisdom, okay? This isn't just about book smarts, but it's also about street smarts as well. And this is where you venture outside of the classroom and cultivate your intuitive understanding of what you discover there, okay? And so, adventures, long journeys, distance travel are all direct ways to expand your horizons. And so, by exploring faraway places, foreign cultures, and new languages, you can really shape and challenge your views and foster great insight into the world. Um, Being able to step outside of your comfort zone is, well, your willingness to do that, I should say, is colored by the sign of the house. Okay. For example, Aries, okay, you require a lot of independence and freedom to explore your beliefs. Okay. One thing about having Aries in the ninth house, okay, this me speaking from personal experience, but I was looking up something, doing some research, and I came across this thing, this article, and it was saying people who have Aries in the ninth house, they live as if there is a magical star guiding them, telling them, where to go and what to do, right? And when I read it, I just bust out laughing because that is so, so true. Because I follow my intuition so strongly. Like my intuition really is my guide. And so, like, I just reading that, it was just really, really funny, how truthful, it was. But, I gave the example also of like Capricorn. Even with Capricorn, they are very stubborn in their beliefs, but they are very loyal to their beliefs because they just believe that, they may have to work hard to get to where they are, but they will eventually get to where they want to go with hard work and perseverance. Okay. Um, and it may be very difficult for them to, switch their mindset to um, the thoughts of you don't have to work hard. Okay. Because again, a belief is just something that you keep thinking. And so it may be very difficult for them to switch their mindset to no, I don't have to work hard. Things can flow to me easily. And so, um, depending upon the sign that's there, it's how the contents of that house will be expressed in your life. Okay. All right. And so when you've decided that you're ready to go on your soul's journey, um, then the ninth house is where you want to start to get the energies, how it will be expressed in your life. Okay. And so now, if you have planets in the house, okay, and so wherever there are planets in your or luminaries in your house, that area of your life is going to be a little more have more of importance in your life than a house that does not have anything in it. Now, again, all of the houses are going to be expressed. All of the energies are going to be expressed in you, okay? However, the ones that have planets or luminaries will just have more of a prominent influence than the others, okay? And so, any planets located in the ninth house of your birth chart may feel larger than life. Okay. Again, that's because the ninth house is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. And so it, you know, expands wherever it is. Okay. And so, even though you may have Capricorn there and Saturn is that house's ruler, it still will have a uh, Jupiter Sagittarius feel to it. It'll have still have some of that feel to it. Okay. And so if you have your sun in the ninth house. Your sense of humor, wealth of your with your sense of humor, wealth of knowledge, and adventurous nature, you make the perfect travel companion. Just try not to push your opinions off on anyone. You are probably one of the funnest people to be around. You probably are absolutely amazingly fun to be around, but you may be just a little self-righteous because you're in that higher learning. You're really good with that. Working on yourself and all of that. But you just got to be careful not to be a butthole. Okay. Now, if you have your moon here, your wandering spirit may leave you unsatisfied with where you are internally and externally. Okay, whether it's going to be for religious pursuit or philosophical, your belief system, really cultivating a strong belief system, will bring you inner security. If you have your Mercury here, then you have a knack for explaining abstract concepts and learning new languages because this is the house of foreign lands, foreign travel. However, don't get so carried away by big ideas that you lose touch with the actual facts. Now, if you have your Venus here, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and you may come off as a little distant to your partners, probably because you are thinking about whatever next adventure you guys could be having together. You more than likely are drawn to people from other cultures or different backgrounds. All right, and so if you have your Mars in the ninth house, you probably are a live in the moment type of person. You have a very optimistic outlook and sense of humor. Your sense of humor is quite contagious. You just have to make sure to work on that self-righteousness and keep that in check. Now, if you have your Jupiter here, Jupiter is at home in the ninth house. And so people, they really want to hear your ideas, which is really good because you are full of them. You thrive on sharing knowledge, meeting new people, and teaching others. And you're really good at it too. If you have your Saturn here, you are probably not a spontaneous person. And if you don't want to, step outside of your comfort zone, you need to, try to, okay? Um, you don't want to get closed-minded. You want to expand your horizons, even if it's only a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot because I know that would probably be shocking for somebody who has their Saturn in the ninth house. But just a little bit, just to venture out to see what's out there. You may actually like what you find. Now, if you have your Uranus in the ninth house, you are probably a little detached. You may seem a little detached, but you do love thriving off of exploring radical ideas and pushing the boundaries. Your wandering heart needs room to roam, and you're not going to be somebody who likes to be tied down at all. If you have your Neptune here, your strong faith looks good on you no matter what version of spirituality that it is dressed in. Okay. You have to work on, or I shouldn't say work on, you have to watch out for being deceived by religious groups or cults that do not have your best interest at heart. Okay. And now, if you have Pluto here, there may be a strong attachment to your soul's beliefs that now limit your growth. And so, listening to the opinions of others, it doesn't threaten your truth, but it could instead make it even stronger. Okay. And so, if you have your Chiron here, your authentic self didn't fit into the cultural or religious standards that you grew up in. And so made yourself small, you shrunk yourself down to fit in. And that's not going to continue moving forward. And so, you need to work on being who you are, and not allowing the opinions and the thoughts of others to make you shrink yourself down. If you have your North Node here, there's you probably had too much reliance on what you know, and so that will leave you feeling kind of stagnant. And so it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and explore the world so that you can see the bigger picture of your life. And if you have your South Node here, you may have a tendency to see beliefs and ideologies as objective facts. And so for you, you need to recognize that there are many versions of the truth. Um, and so that'll help you to shape your own story once you realize that there isn't just one truth, there's multiple truths, just depending upon the direction that you are looking at it from. And so, if there are, well, not if, when you have a transit to your ninth house, okay? And so, when a planet is transiting a house, it gives, well, the ninth house, specifically, it gives that house's influence the opportunities to expand your perspective via learning, traveling, and experiencing new things. And so, what exactly occurs just depends upon the planet that it's transiting, okay, the energy that is on the house, and how it's interacting with the rest of your chart, okay. So, for example, if Mercury is transiting the ninth house, your mind is generally more open to learning new concepts or different languages. Now, if Venus is transiting here, you might be attracted to anything that seems foreign, whether that's a exotic new lover or a exciting new destination. Okay, and so each planet brings its own unique blessings and challenges. Okay, and so now that we have finished the ninth house, um, go ahead and go right on to the next one where we'll be talking about the 10th house. 10th house is your career, your social status, your legacy. Okay, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and remember, possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand, and that should make you smile because you really do create your own reality. I will see you in the next one.